Hello everyone, hope you all are doing really well. All right, so today let's discuss about a metaverse or an NFT project, but this is a bit unique and it's more innovative. Why is this innovative? It's because this project, the name of the project, as you can see over here, it's called Blue Terra. Okay, they are actually what they're doing, they're connecting a real world asset into an NFT. Okay, so if you own the NFT, you own that asset. And what is that asset? That asset is they are going to have like 5,000 NFTs on the Solana blockchain, and they are going to connect each of those NFTs into 5,000, like each NFT will, equal like one plot of land in the real life. So that's why like 5,000 NFTs and 5,000 plots of land in real life. And where is this? Because since it's a land, it's a physical land. Where is this? It's in Bahamas. Okay, and where is Bahamas? Bahamas is in the Caribbean islands. All right, beautiful place. All right, so they are coming up with this concept, and we'll dig more into like what they are doing, how they are working with the regulators, and so on and so forth. But let's just understand like the whole metaverse sort of a narrative itself. All right, so like if we look back, like I mean, I'm pretty sure like if you're following Web3 and all these innovations that's happening around, you have seen a lot of different projects like decentralized coming back from like 2017. You've seen Decentraland, now you have seen Sandbox, you have seen Realms, you have seen like Axie Infinity, doing all of this stuff. You have seen Avagotchi, and also and these are all these Web3 projects, like Web3 native projects. And now you see all these big corporations such as like Meta, formerly known as like Facebook, as you're aware, and they like Zuckerberg just mentioned that their business is going to go all into this narrative, into the metaverse. Like I mean, they're going to build e-commerce and NFTs and all these marketplaces and create a whole different sort of a world with all of this whole NFT and metaverse like components, okay, and also DeFi and commerce and everything like that. And also you have seen like a couple of days ago, like Microsoft, they acquired one of the companies called Activision Blizzard. Basically they created the game Call of Duty, as you already must have played if you're a gamer. I've played, it's awesome. But anyways, Microsoft acquired them for like around $69 million recently. And why are they doing that? You just have to think like why is Microsoft like a tech focused and a software focused company? Why are they making this leap? Because like these are big corporations, and these decisions are made after a lot of research. Not that they're getting into it right now. They have already maybe doing internally, they have been looking into digital assets, like crypto, DeFi, and all these industry evolve. And now you have this metaverse, now you have this NFT, play and earn, and you have like different gamification of like gamification of the whole DeFi ecosystem. And then also you have like like you have the whole metaverse, because everything it fits in the metaverse. So it's basically like we have seen all these virtual lands, right? Like from all these Web3 projects like Decentraland, Sand, what I just mentioned. So all like we have seen the success, we have seen their success, and there is a momentum to this, and there is a demand for this. Why? Because most of our lives, our day-to-day lives are becoming more digital, in like on a on a screen, or maybe multiple screens, so it's like like it's just so obvious that like yeah, it's just so obvious that the trajectory is like towards like all these digital assets and this digital concepts. So that is why, like Blue Terra for me, it's the next level of digital assets. Why? Now you're actually bringing something in the physical world, you're bringing it into the digital world with verification. All right. So now let's jump into it more. Okay. So as I mentioned, like they're building on the Solana blockchain, so they're trying to leverage the benefits of Solana, like speed, cost, and like just the amount of people in the community and like dedicated people and all the good stuff. All right. But if you go to their website, they just renewed their website, I guess. But anyways. So as you can see, physical land NFTs, okay, in Bahamas. But anyways, let's look into each of the components what's there, and of course, like you can go ahead and like read their white paper, and you can dig even more further and do your own research as well. But recently, I've like attended one of their Twitter spaces and it was very informative. Yeah, and they gave us a lot of information and a lot of my doubts and questions were clarified. Of course, but still, there's always like different questions because XYZ and as always, don't want to sound like a broken record, but like NFTs in general, everything is like illiquid in the sense like it's very difficult to find a buyer after you buy it. But anyways, this is but anyways, like for me, like I don't go with the mindset of like reselling something if I really want that something. Okay, so Blue Terra is something like I'm interested in, and I want to look a bit more deeper into this project and also what they're trying to do. This is very innovative because we have not seen this like done in the past, like connecting a real world land to NFTs. But yeah, of course, like I mean, we have seen like what have we seen? Look, we have seen like people get married and creating an NFT out of the certificate and they're sharing like virtual rings. And this is not just like ordinary people. You see, there's like two employees at the cryptocurrency exchange platform Coinbase. They exchange NFTs as virtual rings using smartphones. I'm sure like you're aware of this news from last year. So I mean, you could do anything with NFTs. I mean, NFTs is just like anything you can digitize, you can bring it as an NFTs, all right? And all NFTs has like characteristics, like they're called basically metadata or property. Okay, so so that's how you recognize what is what, all right? So basically, let's say if you attended like a course online and you get a certificate instead of PDF certificate, you can make that as an NFT so that it lives on the blockchain and it's a permanent record which you can share with anyone, and it's like a unified standard, so you don't need like, hey, this certificate is it valid in the US, this certificate okay, it's not valid in the in India or something like that. It's like a common framework, so this is basically NFTs. And is it NFT in the principle of NFT is just basically or Web3 in general, it's like the ownership of that item, of all of that thing, or of that whatever is you're transacting with is the ownership, and you get the right of to that ownership of that piece of art, or in this case like virtual rings and so on and so forth. But anyways, it's going there. And also we have recently seen, what we have seen is like, a mansion in California, all these like, you're trying to basically connect the dots. You're just trying to connect the dots and see, hey, does Blue Terra actually make sense or not? Okay, does Blue Terra over here, their project, does it make sense or not? But like, look, it does make sense. NFTs, of course, we have seen a use case for that, and we have seen different utilities, and it will continue to evolve as the metaverse and all these technologies evolve. Like hardware devices also needs to evolve, your computers and like your phones and whatever gadgets you use. But anyways, so what have we seen in California? We've seen like this mega mansion. It's called Real One, I guess. No, it's called The One, and it's in California. And people are like, it's such a huge man. And this is the real picture of the mansion. If you Google The One, you will find it. But anyways, the owner of this mansion, or the developer, they're finding it challenging, to find a buyer. It's the same challenges. It's like you have this property now. Who's going to buy it? If you don't, if someone doesn't buy it or lease it or rent it or whatever they want to do, it's better to just go ahead and bring this to the digital world in the digital asset space so that they can fractionalize this and you can create different NFTs and you can raise funds so that like if someone in like India wants to own this piece of property, just a fraction of it, they can do that. Someone in the US can do that. Multiple people. You get the idea. All right. So anyone and everyone with an internet access has equal rights. There is no discrimination based on your color, your caste or your whatever. Are you accredited investor or no? It's more like democratizing the finance. Basically everything underlying all of this thing, it's basically finance. You're just making transaction. You're transferring value. It could be cryptocurrencies or it could be like cryptocurrency. In this channel, we call digital assets. All right, it could be digital assets or it could be NFTs or it could be like certificates and whatever. It's just a value. It has a value to whoever is like who wants to own it. All right. Yeah, so all these are trends that we are seeing, and most importantly, I have touched into this in my 2020 outlook. So if you go to my channel and if you watch this video called Web3 and Crypto Forecast for 2022, probabilistic thoughts, okay? It's not like guaranteed to happen, but it's probabilistic. It could happen, it may not happen, but yeah, it will evolve over time. I'm pretty confident on that because what I see. And we have mentioned about Blue Terra in my NFT section, as you have seen over here. And we have also spoken about the virtual lands, like through virtual reality gadgets and so on and so forth. So we have seen that. Okay, so I would highly recommend to go ahead and watch this entire video fully, to understand the whole 2024 22 forecast. I'll leave the link in the description, all right? So make sure to check it out. And okay, now let's get back to reviewing Blue Terra as a project. Okay, so 5,000 NFTs of Blue Terra is going to be connected to 5,000 plots of land in real life in Bahamas. All right. So this is what they're saying, and of course, like as you are familiar with, Blue Terra is the world's first, and all of that. Plots connected to physical lands. I mentioned that to you. Like we have seen virtual lands, but this is like physical lands, and we aim to be the first in real life DAO backed by real world assets. Okay, so all these acronyms like RWA and IRL is like more like Web3 native, but if you know this, great. But anyways, IRL is in real life. DAO is like a decentralized autonomous organization. It's mainly like a government in the metaverse. Let's just say that. Okay, so and yeah, it's backed by real world assets. You can grow and explore and develop on that land that will be forever your own. Why will it be forever your own? Because you have the NFT, okay? And you have the NFT, okay? Now you'd be asking, hey, like what will happen like if I lose the NFT, or maybe someone rob like hack my account or like hack my Phantom wallet and they just took away the NFT. We will get into that shortly, but in short, they have a KYC process, where you can actually do the KYC. So the land is physical, right? So I mean, the NFT is just a representation of the land itself, that you actually own the land. So in between that, they have the KYC thing, okay? They have a KYC, know your customers, so that like so that people can actually connect that plot of land to you in real life as well, because we have to follow the guidelines of like different regulations, and in this case Bahamas regulation is important because you have to comply by that. There's no other way. And I mean, comply by that in the sense like they have much more friendlier regulations. You have seen like FTX, and like they are attracting a lot of talent over there. They've moved their headquarters over there. They moved their headquarters to Bahamas. Okay, so why did they do that? They are thinking about something, right? What are they thinking about? It's much more friendlier regulations over there. So all these types of like projects, or all these types of businesses can flourish over there, in my opinion. All right, but let's dig deep. Okay, so what's the utility of this NFT? As I've mentioned, like I've given you like almost the whole overview of it, but let's just dig in what they are mentioning. Okay, ownership of a Blue Terra NFT entitles you to the right to visit, sublease and build on your own plot. So I mean, if you have the NFT, you own that land, and I mean you can build houses or whatever you want on that. I mean you can lease it out as well, you know, and of course, you can visit it. You can visit and you can do some camping and all that stuff without building anything. All right. So, and also you get access to the Blue Terra DAO. Blue Terra DAO is nothing but, like I mentioned, you know, the governance body of this project, of this yeah, of this project. Let's just call it, okay, for now. So Blue Terra is the whole community. So all the members within the community, the owners to like anyone in the community, you know, can be a part of this DAO and can make decisions and can drive the project in the direction that they see fit. You know, so majority wins. So it's pretty open for DAO sort of thing. And I think this will stick because, you know, since they're connecting a real world assets, you know, it adds a bit more value to it, I would say. You know, so in the sense like what I feel is the behavior from the people who actually own the NFTs and so on and so forth will be they would be much more highly engaged. All right, so that's what I feel. All right. But let's talk about the mechanics, or like, you know, what's the whole entire mechanics. Each Blue Terra NFT will be tied to 1,500 to 2,000 square feet land in the Bahamas with terrain that varies from grassland to beachfront. Okay, so you can have grasslands or you can have beachfronts. Of course, like it's an island, so it's a very you know, unique spot. So as you can see over here, this is just like a virtual sample, but I mean, of course, you can Google Bahamas and you can see how it is. And if you have been there, great. And if you are from there, awesome. You know, leave a comment or something and tell about your country and your beautiful island. We'd love to know about it. And yeah, I mean, so like I mentioned, 5,000 NFTs connected to 5,000 plots of land. Each plot of land is 1,500 to 200 square feet. Okay, so that's a lot. That's actually a lot. That's approximately, I would say, like yeah, it depends. Like, you know, it depends on the lifestyle, but like normally in EU, it'll be like 3 to 4 bedroom apartments, like I mean, house, you know. So it's pretty big, I would say. Yeah, square feet, you know. But anyways, like I mentioned, I touched on the KYC part, you know, so they mentioned, you know, to activate the lease, you know, if you want to actually activate your NFT and you want to make sure like you're connected from one end to the other, like, you know, you own the NFT, you do the KYC and you own the land, you need to go through a simple KYC process. And this is why, because like I mentioned, you know, Bahamas property rights requirements, they need that. And this project itself, they're complying with that. They are not trying to comply with the laws. They are complying from the beginning. Okay, why? I will get into that very shortly. Okay, but just to know, there's a KYC process also. And if you look into the team, they have like, you know, I've seen Hannah speak, you know, during the Twitter Spaces, and all of these other people also. They seem to know what they're doing, and I mean, you know, they're pretty confident and they can drive this project. And I mean, I came across Blue Terra when there was like no hype, okay, and I must give a big shout out to Mr. Maven. You know, he was the one who actually who actually tweeted about this, you know, a while back, and then you know, I joined their Discord, and from then I'm in their community. I'm in the Blue Terra community. All right, but anyways, you have like, you know, there was all these people, like, you know, they were speaking, the core team, they were speaking about you know, their project, and people were asking different questions and they were clarifying it. But Barry took the show away because Barry was he's the legal counsel. Okay, so basically he was giving much more the clarity on the regulations, how it is, and all that stuff. Because for us, like, you know, like I mean, you know, people in Web3 right now, probably this is the first time they are investing, or probably this is the first time they are owning, a property, a digital property, and now a digital land which is connected to a digital property. So there's a lot of questions. So Barry was like clarifying all of those, like the real world legal stuff, and I mean all the other guys like the product officer, Tay, Luca, Gordon, they were giving some insights on like the on the tech side of things, how they're actually planning to do this. But anyways, let's look at also their partners. Their partners are very important because partners helps the project. They shape the project in such a way that they influence a bit, in the right direction, of course, because like you want to play with the big boys, and you want to play with the regulators and the people who are already established and know what they're doing. So they're all, FTX, like I mentioned, headquarters in Bahamas. So they're partnering with them. They're partnering, and you can find each of their website if you just hover over them and just click on them. So Condo Vikings, it's like a real estate sort of a thing in the Bahamas. Coastal commercial attorneys, like all law and all that stuff, about real estate law and all that legal stuff. And then you have like they're also very focused in, the people who own the land to come over there and empower the society or the community in Bahamas itself without, without having negative effects, or without having negative effects on their marine life and so on and so forth. They're much more focused on that as well. Okay, trying to comply and make sure like all the people, or like the people who own this NFT and the land, they make sure they understand, what is Bahamas and the culture, and can contribute. The main thing is contribute. So if you contribute to, like, Bahamas in general, of course, like you can create a name for yourself in the society, and I mean, good for you and everything. So they're trying to educate people about all these, all the regular culture over there, and especially like since it's an island, they focus on like, the marine life and all that stuff, how you can sustain that even further, and maybe even improve. And they're also partnering with Pineapple Air and so on and so forth. Of course, like this section, I guess, like they've written nothing, but probably I'm assuming, of course, like they're planning to collaborate with like different NFT projects. As you can see, Stone fellows over here. You see all these, yeah, you see your Degenapes, you see your Catalina Wells, Shadowy Coder, the monkeys. Everyone's here. Baby monkey, everyone's here. All right, so it's insane. So probably I think that they're trying to bring all of these, not just this, like these, but they're trying to collaborate with as many NFT projects, which actually has the same sort of a narrative. But I would say like you can if you want, you can partner with anyone, because metaverse, you can, like I said, like it's a very creative sort of a thing, and more we are just exploring this. We are just like, beginning to explore, and all of these, what can you actually do with this? So of course, like you can partner with anyone and everyone, in my opinion, because as long as you can digitize something, you can have a collaboration if that makes sense for your community, and if the community wants. Of course, like all these decisions will be made by the DAO, all right? So the DAO, the communities and the government of the community, let's say. And you've heard like what's DAO, but anyways, let's get into some of the frequently asked questions, okay? And these are also like pretty straightforward, and we have touched on each one of them like right now in the discussion. But anyways, let me know like if you have any questions about this, just leave a comment, and I'll be happy to know what you guys are thinking, and how do you guys see fit in your investment thesis also, because this is ultimately for you. First of all, this is like an investment, all right? So, and then of course, like you want to be involved. Maybe you want to move to the Bahamas because work from home is a culture right now everyone is adopting to, and you want to move right now. like maybe most probably, I think like if FTX made the move to moving their whole headquarters over there, probably it's like a pretty good place, and people speak English over there because they have the American influence and Caribbean influence. So I guess it's a pretty cool place, and yeah, it's tropical and stuff like that. You get the idea. But anyways, let's get back to the project. Okay, let's get back to Blue Terra Land. As you can see, this is their website, and we'll get into all that details right now in just a bit. But anyways, what will buying this NFT give you? A Blue Terra NFT will entitle you to ownership of approximately 1,500 to 2,000 square feet land, as I've explained, and the land will be yours and you can do as you please. All right. So, but just make sure like the ownership will be backed by generic perpetual lease. Perpetual lease in the sense like it's probably like 200 years. It'll keep on renewing, so you don't have to actually worry about that. And we link to your metadata. As I said, like each NFT has these properties, okay, which are digitally embedded in the code itself. So, like for example, let's just go to Magic Eden. I'm sure like if you're a NFT degen or if you're a Web3 degen, you know what I'm speaking about. But let's just go to shadowy supercoder. Shadowy supercoder. Okay, I'll just show you the metadata. Okay, so just give me a second. Just click on any of the NFTs, and this is just. And as you can see over here, these are sort of like metadatas. Okay, so you can have different things, and I mean based on the NFT and art or whatever you're creating, you can give like certain attributes to it. All right, and all these are embedded. So whenever you buy this NFT, you get this all these together along with it. So these are all properties of the NFT, okay, and which is called like metadata basically. All right, and to activate the lease, you will need to, upon purchase, you will need to complete the KYC verification as we have discussed, and through one of our partner marketplaces. So they'll announce this in the later stage, all right, or go through our upcoming Blue Terra homeowner association portal, which is nothing but like it'll be a portal, something like an on-chain Zillow. All right, Zillow is like a marketplace where you can trade mortgage, rent, and etc. etc. with real estate. So basically, they will be creating this. Blue Terra will be creating like this home ownership portal, like a website, a front end, and you'd be able to do the KYC and activate your lease through that once you hold the NFTs. All right. Now, is the whole project legally possible? I've heard this during I've heard one of the team members, the legal team members, Barry, speak during one of the recent Twitter spaces. Of course, like he mentioned, like this is legal. Why is this legal? Because people from any part of the world or any country can own a land in the Bahamas. Okay, there's no restrictions. There's no accreditation or something like that. Hey, you need to have this. You need to be this or that, stuff like that. All right, so you can do that, but let's see what they're mentioning. All right, we have a team of legal experts on retainer advising us. Our legal talent features experience from top Bahamian law firms, such as we have seen, their partners and some of the other law firms as well, and some of the local law firms, not just like online law firm, and because you have to comply by the Bahamian laws. Okay, so you have to hire people and work with people who operates under that jurisdiction. All right, so Blue Terra operates within existing Bahamian property law to ensure the perpetual leases backing your NFT and ownership are admitted, uh, adamantine. All right. All right. Yeah, so that is it. And you can, of course, own the NFT and the land itself, and you can do whatever you please, but don't harm Bahamian people and the culture, and always try to preserve the society. That's what they mean. All right. So does this make you a Bahamian resident? Of course, no, because this is not like a passport or something like that. But of course, like once they create the DAO and once they create this, the home ownership association and all these community, the Blue Terra creates this community. Of course, once you go through the KYC verification process, and now let's say you want to move there and you want to be a resident of the Bahamas, of course you can apply for residency as you do for any other country. So they will help you with that, and they will assist you with that. As they mentioned over here, a portion of the royalties will be allocated to Blue Terra Legal Residency Fund. And this Legal Residency Fund of Blue Terra is going to be helping the holders of the NFT become residents by subsidizing legal fees and connecting holders with the Department of Immigration and relevant legal support. Okay, so they'll be assisting you and they'll be guiding you, but of course you need to provide all the information and the paperwork and so on and so forth. And they'll be assisting you through that process. And why is it better to not hire another lawyer of yours? Is because as the royalties will be going towards the fund, and they can give you subsidized fees based on the legal help that you need, okay? And try to connect you fast with the people in Department of Immigration and all these other regulatory bodies so that you can become a resident. But by holding the NFT, you're not a resident, or by holding the NFT and connecting with to the land by doing a KYC, you're not a resident, but you can become. You need to apply. You get that. Let's continue. Let's continue on that. What's on the land? Now, of course, what is this land that you're talking about? We have heard like, grass fronts and beachfront, and all that stuff. Like, it could be grasslands or it could be beachfront because of course it's an island, it's a Caribbean island. You do have to understand how the physical area is and what does it contain. Just try to visualize, you've been to a beach, right? I'm sure. So it's almost nothing, and let's see what they say. We will clear the land to let you build whatever you want on top of it, be it a house, cottage, hut, bar, restaurant, hammock, whatever you choose. But it needs to comply with the Bahamian structural code. All right, so just make sure to do that because of course you go there and you create something on your own and so on and so forth. But of course, like you also want to pay, you also want to respect the local people and also the traditions of that people. So that's why there's a structural code, and it's for the good of the society. All right. So some plots will be beachfront, and therefore will have beach sand, rocks, and all the goodies that comes with the beach property. Of course, you get the idea. And all plots will be within walking distance from the beach. All right. Yeah, probably it's not that large, and it's walking distance. It's pretty cool actually. If you live close to the beach, it's really amazing. I used to in Barcelona, and it used to be like really amazing, because it's like whenever you want, and I used to play a lot of beach volleyball, and I still do. So it's just like, just stroll down, on a winter morning or, on a Sunday, on a summer morning, just stroll down, walk to the beach, and just go play volleyball and stuff like that. And I mean, of course, work, you can just feel more relaxed, but however you want to set your mind to, that's sort of like work from home sort of an environment. But anyways, that's it. That's what's on the land, so you can do whatever you want, and there's nothing built for you, and it could be like a grassland, or it could be like a beachfront, whatever. Okay, so it depends on how you mint and what's your luck during the mint. But anyways, you can always trade. Of course, I'm sure like people will be willing to like trade this in the secondary markets and so on and so forth. But anyways, let's continue on like the taxes of the land. Now you say, oh, property tax, you keep hearing this. And of course, if you have a property, you pay property tax and all that stuff. You get some tax rebate and all that stuff. But let's get into like this, what they're planning to do, because this is specifically to Bahamas. So Bahamian property tax works differently from developed and underdeveloped undeveloped land or developed land. Okay, so if you created something on the land itself, there's a different law, and if you haven't created anything, there's a different law. What is the law? If you haven't created anything, it's not taxable forever, as you see over here. Undeveloped land is not taxable. Okay, so if you haven't created anything on top of the land, it's not taxable. Consequently, if you do not build on the land, your land will be tax-free forever, of course. Okay, so I mean, you could just do like camping and all that stuff if you want, and you can just hang out with your friends and bring your friends over, of course, like to just chill and all of that stuff. Okay, so you don't necessarily have to build on that land right now, but you can do so. And developed land, however, is taxable, just like any other country, and therefore, if you choose to build on the property, you'll be responsible for property tax that's due. property tax will be payable through Blue Terra, through the Blue Terra Home Ownership Association. So this is like, home ownership association. It's like an association. You get the idea. It's like a community within the community itself. All right. So and these guys, delinquent properties will be repossessed by Blue Terra, and the current NFT holders will be invalidated. Like it kept on stressing, right? Like if there's a crime in the property, or if there's like whatever, like something which is a violation to the laws of Bahamas, like some, people could do whatever they want, because it's the land. But like, I mean, if you have a crime scene or something like that, of course, like Blue Terra is going to take away the NFT holders' lease, and they will invalidate your lease too. Okay, so make sure to never do that, not just in Bahamas, but anywhere. All right. All right. So the NFT, however, upon being traded and KYC verified, will retain the original leasing rights to the property. Of course, if you do KYC, you will retain the rights to the property as long as you hold the NFT, right? And more details will be available, in the official Bahamian Ministry website. Of course, you don't have to go there. You can just go to their Discord and chat with the team, and they will give you all this information, because their team consists of all these legal people and different other real estate property owners and businesses in Bahamas, so they can answer further questions if you have. And if you have already attended that Twitter Spaces, it would have been like really helpful. But anyways, like what they mentioned over here, these were the same things. Like these were like some of the things that they actually double clicked on during the Twitter Spaces. So it was very encouraging to see that they give that clarity, and they answer those questions in with very simple sort of like language, not really that complicated. So it was more or less that, and that's why they updated their website recently to put those questions what they addressed in the Twitter Spaces. So now let's look at, like, okay, so this is a land and you can build anything, but are there any utilities, or are there any like stuff like, you need electricity, you need water, you need internet, of course, and of course like air, but internet has now become like a need. Okay. So it's like it's a part of like your stuff. But anyway, for example, like if you go to a hotel or something like that, the first thing you do is hey, what's Wi-Fi password? You're looking for Wi-Fi password. You go to a restaurant, you're looking for Wi-Fi password. You get the idea. But anyways, electricity grid, power lines, internet are on all of the islands we're considering for purchase. There is an electric grid, power lines, and internet on all of the islands we are considering for purchase. Okay, so that'll be like, of course, they're available. It's like common practice in the Bahamas as well as most Caribbean islands is to get to your personal septic tank for sewage and personal well for water. Okay, so something for the sewage, and like, the drainage and all that stuff, and personal well for water, clean water. And depending on the property, the combined initial cost of all the utilities would be approximately around 3,000 to 7,000 US dollars. All right, so we will be submitting proposals to the DAO as usual, to use a percentage of the royalties to pay for the community well. So it's like community benefits. So whatever is like common, for the community, for the physical land community, will be proposed by the DAO, or any decision that needs to be made. Okay, and we will also be partnering with utility providers to make basic developments as seamless as possible for our holders. All right, so they'll help you with that. All right. At least that's what they say right now, but I'm assuming so, because they have the right people and the right team and the right participants. So of course, they can easily do that. All right. And again, we would like to stress that there is no compulsion to build on the land. Okay, you don't have to. If you want to, you can. While we would like to make this option available for our holders as it's your property, the islands we are considering are beautiful in their raw form. Okay, they are beautiful as is, and you will be able to visit, camp, and otherwise enjoy the land even with no development at all. So without building on it, also you can visit and you can enjoy the landscape and yeah, just enjoy the weather in Bahamas and the people and the culture. So you can do that as well. So if you go to on a holiday, you can just go and visit and something like that. Okay. But yeah, different people, different choices. But anyways, let's continue. How will the homeowners association work? Blue Terra will introduce a DAO-governed homeowner association, and the homeowners association will decide on communal projects to further develop and maintain the land. More details will be on is on their white paper, and more to come on their Discord. You can follow them on Discord. So homeowners association is directly governed. Anything the decision making will go through the DAO basically. All right. So they will introduce the DAO. So this homeowners association will be something like a physical sort of a association, which will also have a digital presence, and they will form the DAO, and then you can develop and maintain further projects like communal projects, like community project, which are common for everyone within the land itself. All right. How will the DAO work? Immediately after your mint, we will be integrating with Grape Protocol to create holder exclusive channels. So and from our members to chat, share information, and vote on proposals regarding Blue Terra and distribution and land distribution and maintenance of our Blue Terra conference. The first set of proposals will postmint will construct the initial framework of our how, and we'll be electing officials from our community shortly after. So they'll try to involve a lot of community members within the DAO itself, because the people who want to be engaged, and if you're looking to be engaged, of course, just go to their Discord and follow them, and and try to bring in as many people as you can, because as the community grows, the DAO grows, and engagement grows, and so on and so forth. And they'll be verifying all of this through Gray Protocol, but I hope they use like Metrica, Metrica.io. Like this is a better verification thing in my opinion, because this is Solana native, and also like the thing is it's much more secure than like Grape protocol, in my opinion. All right. So, but anyways, whatever they choose, they must have thought about it, and they must know what they're doing, and so on and so forth. So let's continue on this. Which secondary markets is going to be listed on? Of course, like people when they get the NFT, they want to trade, and they want to maybe buy, or maybe someone didn't get the NFT, they want to buy a new one. So they can get that from FTX, and also like they'll be having their own marketplace as well, something like I mentioned, like Zillow on but on chain. So, and of course everything is going to be running with Solana, so it's going to leverage all that all the good stuff about Solana. And yeah, I mean yeah, so as well as land as an NFT collection, so that'll be the first land as an NFT. Of course, you have seen VLAN as an NFT. Okay, so virtual land as an NFT, but this is like real world asset as an NFT. All right, so that's going to be interesting. When's the supply and mint of this NFT? Of course, you're curious about that, right? Like, Jimmy, when's the date? When is it going to be decided? Of course, if you're a part of their community, they would announce in their Discord channel or their Twitter or wherever they communicate. Like yeah, of course they communicate over there. And but on here they mention like the 500 unique Blue Terra NFT in existence is yet to be decided. What the price is going to be, what the date is going to be, when are they going to do this mint, and which site, and etc. etc. Okay. So make sure to follow their Discord, if you want those updates, and if you want to be a part of their community and take part in their NFT mint day on their mint day. Okay, what now? Let's start. I mean, we have we have spoken a lot of like benefits and what they offer and the utilities and so on and so forth, the innovation. That's all good. Okay, that's all good. Like, but now We have to talk about the risk first. NFTs in general, or digital assets, Web3 in general, all these investing and like speculating, everything has risk. Okay, but specifically to NFTs, like I mentioned in the previously, NFTs are they're illiquid. Okay, so it's very hard to find a different buyer if you want to sell. So don't like I would highly recommend not to invest with your operating expense. Okay, operating expenses, and like you want to pay your rent, or you want to pay your mortgage, or whatever expense you have, like, and apart from that, of course, like you need to, like, this is just like your think of the money that you already probably wrote off or something like that. But so just because these are new innovations, and not just Blue Terra, it's any other projects out there. Okay, so you need to be aware that how to secure your wallet properly, how to secure your seed phrase, and also, like, don't click on links that you're suspicious about, you're not sure about. Always ask the moderators or the admin in the Discord, or their core members. And in this case also, like, specifically to Blue Terra, okay, all Blue Terra NFTs. So that's like some of the common risk of NFTs in general. Okay, and yeah, and coming to Blue Terra, all Blue Terra NFTs must be sold on the mint day for the largest purchase, for the largest land purchase to occur. Okay, to expand on this further, our budget allocation requires a sale of at least 10% of our NFTs to buy a scale property. Okay, the higher the percentage sold, the larger the property we can buy and accommodate the population. A range of different properties for various benchmarks have been scouted and selected. Blue Terra will not at any time mint or own any land. Okay, so at the time of mint, they are not going to have any land. So after the mint is done, and once the mint everything is sold out on the mint day and everyone purchases it, that's when they're going to go ahead and acquire this land. Of course, because you have to raise capital to go ahead and, like, acquire these lands, and like buy these properties, or this land. What they're planning, this 5,000 unique land of 1,500 to 2,000 like square feet. Okay, so if we are unable to meet our minimum quota for NFT sales on mint day, we cannot guarantee the land purchase and will refund all the bids made. Wow, that's great. Okay, so now imagining, like, okay, so now Jimmy, so we mint, and let's say it's not sold out. There's not a lot of people buying, and so on and so forth. So what's going to happen? Of course, it's a risk-free deal that they're giving you. So if nothing happens, there's no guarantee that they bought the land, and if there's no guarantee that they bought the land, they will refund your bids back. Okay, they will refund it to the wallet where it came from. That's it. Simple as that. It's very simple. All right. So yeah. So how long will the KYC verification take? And how can I check my status? KYC verification will on average take like 20 to 30 minutes, maybe even sooner. I don't know why it takes like 20 to 40 minutes, but I think it's pretty reasonable, just to back check on the documents and so on and so forth, whether it's all correct with different other uh, governments, and also the Bahamian government can verify all of that is correct, and to make sure you are a legit person. And this project, they're doing it, very nicely. Not just this project, there are so many other projects who does this as well, to comply by the rules and so on and so forth. But I think these guys are doing amazing, bringing this land as an NFT, or the real world asset as an NFT, and also bringing this community together to see something. And also a place like Bahamas is pretty attractive, I would say. So if you want to look into their project, these are the two artists. They have relevant experience, 3D experience, as you can see over here, and they also have like graphic design experience. Of course, they're from the Bahamas. This guy, Matteo, is from France. Jonah is from Bahamas. And this is like the NFT that they have like that, not they have, like this is sort of a like a demo sort of a thing. Okay, so this will it's the NFT thing, all right. So you get the idea. So each every 5,000 one of them will have some sort of a design like this, and it's gonna be like some 3D sort of an art. But anyways, go follow them on Twitter first, because once you follow their Twitter, you can actually go ahead and you can click on their website. You can go to their website. If you go to their website, you will find their Discord community, and you can also find their white paper. And to if you want to dig deep even further, and I've done that, and this was just like a summary and what they're doing, and just to elaborate some of the thoughts that I had. And I think yeah, it fits the narrative that I'm looking for, because I predicted this. And also, like, King Haven himself, he's a big researcher. He does his own research. He writes about different projects, so make sure to give him a follow as well. And he does good research. Of course, like, you can't know everything, because that's what it's like, so big thing like this Web3 industry. You just need to niche on, like, whatever you want to specialize on. And then, of course, you have to collaborate with different people to get various other information, right? So I mean, from what I've seen and the information that I get, he does his own homework. Okay, so give him a follow, give him a shout out, and also go ahead and join the Discord community. As you can see over here, they will keep announcing whenever they have an announcement. They will go ahead and announce that. And of course, if you want to get into the whitelist, they have different challenges which comes up. So make sure to do that. And they'll be announcing it how to do that. So yeah, if you get the whitelist, you would have the opportunity to go ahead and mint on first day, or something like that. So maybe with a better price. So yeah, so yeah, guys. So that's it for now. I think we spoke enough, and I gave you a lot of different examples, and I hope it helped you in certain way to understand this whole project, and just to connect the whole macro narrative of metaverse itself, and of course, metaverse, real estate, and everything. All right. So yeah, I would love to know what you guys think about Blue Terra specifically and the project, and like, what are your thoughts, like, in general? Like, do you think, like, there's a good use case for connecting, like, properties or lands and making it as an NFT? If yes, then just let me know why, and let me know what other projects that you're looking into. If not, like, just let me know, like, why do you think it's not gonna happen, or what challenges do you see? Okay, so let me know your thoughts. And yeah, that's it for now. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope you guys have a really nice day. All right, so thank you, everybody. And yeah, go ahead and watch this video. All right, go ahead and watch this video. I'll link it. All right, bye for now. Ciao.